Hello, good evening. Welcome to the first of our winter concert series. It sounds very serious, but the next 4 nights we will give 3 different concert sets. Tonight you're going to listen to our 7th grade band, some of which is up here, and you're also going to hear our top high school ensemble, the Wind Ensemble, in addition to 6th bell percussion ensemble. So we throughout 6 through 12 we have over 550 kids enrolled in band, which is incredible. And so we combine these concerts to let younger kids hear older kids, and to go from 4 concert nights to 3 concert nights, and kind of combine forces a little bit. So without further ado, this is our 7th grade band. I want to introduce our new director of bands at the Campbell Middle School, who's done an outstanding job. We had a lot of really good applicants when Mr. Fuller decided to move on to administration. We were blessed with someone that was familiar with the program and has stepped in and really we haven't skipped a beat, and that's great. It's a wonderful thing, and he's working really hard and doing an outstanding job. And we're very lucky to have him. So I'd like to introduce the director of bands at Campbell Middle School, Mr. Stephen Deach.
Good evening. Thank you all so much for being here. Just a quick announcement. There's nothing wrong with this microphone, and our speakers are working perfectly. This is my real voice right now. It is the season, and I'll do the best I can. I got my bottle of water, so hopefully that'll get us through. Thanks to Mr. Little for hosting us this evening. The way that our 7th grade band program is structured at the middle school, we have 4 different sections of 7th grade band. And within each class, we're able to specialize by instrument family. So one class has just woodwind instruments, flutes, clarinets, saxophones, double reeds. And then we have a brass class, which is for our trumpets, French horns, and low brass instruments. Also, our 3rd section features only percussionists. And what that allows us to do is really specialize instruction for those students and really maximize our time with them. So as a result, we were able to add a percussion-only piece for this concert. Okay, it's called Claptrap, and it's going to feature body percussion. Okay, if you can't figure out what that means, we're going to use our body as instruments. Okay, so if your student has been at home stomping on the ground, on the floor, or hitting the car window, or anything like that because of this piece, I do apologize. But I think you'll enjoy it. The kids really enjoyed working on it, and here is Claptrap. lights on. It's pretty neat. So now we're going to transition to our normal concert band setup. So the percussion, we're going to head toward the back of the ensemble, and we're going to bring up the rest of our musicians. During that time, I want to kind of give you some announcements for the band program, since I have all of you in one room. First, we have a band website, which I use to communicate upcoming events and other announcements to parents. If you've never visited that before, it is campbellcountybands.org. Now, when you reach this page, you're going to see a lot of information for the high school program. On the left-hand side, there is a tab that says CCMS bands. And so if you click there, you'll be able to find a copy of the band handbook that has a lot of our policies and different things. You'll also find copies of our practice log. Okay, the practice log is the document where your student fills in the time that they've practiced at home. So if for some reason, it's middle school, and these things may get left in lockers, or God knows what else. So you're able to go to this website, print off a new copy, and get that taken care of. Now, that's a nice segue into me reminding you, or maybe informing you, that next Friday, the day before our winter break, is when the next practice log is due. Okay, this is practice log number 3. So if that information has not reached you from your child, there you are. Now, in addition to our band website for communication, we also have a Facebook page that is designed specifically for the middle school band. So if you find on Facebook Campbell County Middle School Band, you'll get all of our status updates. We announce upcoming concerts, assignments, maybe just a fun link or two that we think you and your students may be interested in. That type of information is there. In addition to that, about a couple weeks ago, I discovered that on Infinite Campus, I'm able to send home emails directly to parents through that system. So if you currently have an email address on file with Campbell County Middle School or on Infinite Campus, and I send out an email, you'll receive it that way. So if you did not receive an email in the last week or two regarding this concert, please just check to make sure that you have an up-to-date email address with the school. Okay? We're looking set up. I got a thumbs up from Mr. Little. So we are now going to move on with the full band portion of the concert. The first piece we are playing is Air of Nobility. This piece is to sound majestic, much like you would hear in royalty, a ceremony, things of that nature. The students worked really hard on learning a more staccato, marcato, accented type style, and I think it's come together really well. So we hope you enjoy Air of Nobility. don't they sound good? I really think they do. So, just to kind of keep things in perspective, this 7th grade band, think back to their spring concert, okay? Did you guys do Magma? They played a piece called Magma, which contains about 6 notes in it that they learned in the 6th grade. And then this year, they've probably doubled that number of notes they can play. They've increased the rhythms they can play. They've expanded their understanding of dynamics, articulation styles, a great number of things. And so I'm very, very proud of the work they've done so far this year. Now, before we move on to our next piece, I do want to thank a few people. First, Mr. Nick Little, the high school band director. He has come down at the end of every school day to team teach the 7th grade band classes with myself. And that's really awesome for our students. He is a brass specialist. And so our trumpets, our French horns, and the brass classes really, really benefited from his knowledge. And so I want to thank him. Also, our administration down at the middle school and here at the high school, Mr. Jason Smith, the middle school principal, Mr. Renee Boots here at the high school. They've been very, very grateful and helpful and very flexible in our scheduling and has allowed Mr. Little to come down. And so that's really benefited the 7th grade bands. Drink of water. Okay. Also, I definitely need to thank another person. We have been fortunate to have a student teacher here with us this semester in Campbell County. Her name is Miss Marie Childers. Where are you at, Miss Childers? All right. She's waiting. Can we give her a big round of applause? She has worked very, very hard. We are sad to see her go. Today was officially her last day with us. And I think the kids have learned a great deal from her, and we wish her the best in the future. We know she will do great. All right, our next piece, African Festival. This piece of music is by far the most challenging thing I've asked these students to do so far this year. And keeping with traditional African music, it features a great deal of writing for our percussion section. A lot of drum, different types of grooves and things like that. And so the piece will begin with them. And now the melody that you're going to hear throughout, the upper woodwinds, the upper brass, and even the mallet instruments, is based on a traditional folk song from the continent of Africa called Sia Hamba. And you're going to hear it quite a bit. The composer weaves that in and out throughout the piece. You're going to hear counter melody lines in the low brass. And toward the end, it really builds to a nice finish. So we hope you enjoy African Festival. And before we finish the 7th grade band portion of tonight's performances, I would like to thank a few more people within the District of Campbell County. First, our Superintendent, Glenn Miller, our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Shelley Wilson. They've both shown us a lot of support for the band program. And in addition to those people, I'd like to thank you, the parents. There's no way that all these students get here on time, act so mature, really work hard, and have all the means they need to participate with us without your support. So if we could, students, can we thank your parents? And just a few reminders about some upcoming events. This Saturday, if you're familiar with the Christmas in Alexandria event that is taking place in the area down at Main Street Baptist Church, on Saturday evening, we have some chamber groups. We have a saxophone ensemble, a trumpet ensemble, and a clarinet ensemble that will be playing some Christmas carol music that is taking place from 5 to 6, and that's inside the main sanctuary at the church, Main Street Baptist. So we'd like to see you there. If you're thinking about going out this weekend, do be careful. I know there's some weather coming into the area. Almost there. And we hope that you're able to stay around for the high school's wind ensemble performance. They're going to be fantastic. They sound very, very good. And with that, we are going to finish with Name That Christmas Carol. Now this piece, students, okay, I've been told Mr. Little has something to say. So, Mr. Little.
Just on your way out, there's a few things in the lobby that you'll see. First, we are having a band night at City Barbecue next week, Thursday the 19th, I believe. And there are slips that you have to bring with you. So if you like City Barbecue, you can go at any time throughout the day, but you do have to bring that slip, and the band gets a portion of the proceeds that are sold at City Barbecue that day with those slips. And they're on the table that you saw when you grabbed the program. Also, when you head out on the left, there are two things for sale as band fundraisers. One is a fudge sale, which are $5 for fudge and $4 for Buckeyes that are homemade from our band parents, and they do an outstanding job. They're great. So check that out on your way out. And then also, there are cases of 20-ounce sodas, which seems a little strange. You can buy them for $5. They may, hypothetically be speaking, the expired stock from a fundraiser that we ran. So, but we like to unload those and recoup some money. So if you would like to purchase some 20-ounce sodas on your way out, you can do that as well. As soon as 7th grade band finishes, we'll switch over the stage for wind ensemble. There'll be about a 10-minute intermission while we do that, and then the percussion ensemble and wind ensemble will fire up. So thank you very much.
All right, so the last piece we are playing, Name That Christmas Carol, it features 7 or 8 different Christmas carol musics within it, and the composer has taken maybe 4 to 8 measures of it and then stuck them together and interwoven them together. And it's a really neat idea. And within that, he's also spread out these melodies throughout the group. So if we have any low brass people in the audience, you're going to hear some melody in the low brass section. Okay, I don't know where he got that idea. They're not allowed to ever have the melody. So with that, we hope you enjoy Name That Christmas Carol, and we hope you enjoy the holiday season. Thank you all for being here so much. Thank you all again. Have a good evening. Please stick around and listen to the high school wind ensemble.
Okay, welcome back. Thank you for being patient as we get things switched over. We have a lot of percussionists here at Campbell County High School. We currently have almost 50 percussionists. And so we're very, very fortunate that we actually have 2 different classes of percussion. So tonight, you're going to hear 6-bell percussion. And then on Monday night, if you come back, and hopefully you do, you'll hear 7th bell percussion and the other 2 concert bands that we have here. These guys are playing really, really well. Tonight we're actually, we're going to hopefully play 2 pieces. The first one is a more just traditional classical, it's fun, but a classical piece. And then the other one was actually supposed to be with a guest drum set artist, and he called me a little while ago and he's running a little late. So hopefully he will get here in time, and if not, then we'll just roll with it and we'll see what happens. So without too much further ado, this is called Taste of the Classics. I don't really know where he is. Hold on, 1 second. He made it.
Tonight you're going to hear a lot of great music. This ensemble is just doing an outstanding job. You'll hear it. I don't even need to explain it. They're just doing a phenomenal job. But you're not going to see me conduct every piece. This semester has been kind of a whirlwind for me and my family, and I was blessed with an awesome sub when my wife and I had our second child, our beautiful second child, Adeline. And yes. Yeah. And what's great about that is when it happened, I was able to take a ton of time and be home. And the program is so strong right now that it didn't even skip a beat. And I was really lucky to have one of my closest friends come in and sub for me while I was out. And so he prepared so much of this music, so it only felt right to ask him to come back and conduct on the concert. So you'll see him conduct tonight, and you'll also see him conduct on Monday night's concert as well. And so he's going to conduct the first piece on the concert, which is a march by Carl King. It's a circus march. It's just up-tempo, lots of notes kind of thing, called the Trombone King. And so I would like to introduce the conductor, Mr. Jesse Gibbs. Our next piece is entitled October by Eric Whitaker, which is a really deceptively hard lyrical piece. Lots of dissonant leaps and difficult melodies and strange harmonies that makes kids think that they're wrong when they're really right. And it's just a lot of really, really difficult things that when you first start to play through it, you don't necessarily realize it. And then you get in it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really hard. And by then you've already invested in a couple weeks of rehearsal, so you're stuck. So you have to push through to the end. It's a gorgeous piece of music. There are moments of brilliant playing happening in this piece. And this is October by Eric Whitaker. They can play. They can play very, very well. We are blessed at Campbell County High School with just an outstanding situation. Everything about this school supports the arts. From the history that is here, both in the band program, and the drama, and the choir, and the visual arts, every program has a history of excellence. And so when students come into this school, they know that they have opportunities here, and they have opportunities to be successful and do things on an elite level. Now, band, I'm biased obviously, but to me, Campbell County is a band school. It is one of the oldest, most richest in tradition programs in the state. And sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're doing and what the next event is, or the next goal, or the next, that we never stop to realize our accomplishments. And I've never done this before, but this year in your program, I printed what this band has done in the last year. And I didn't even, Mr. Murata, Mr. Deach, myself, our marching band staff, and everyone that helps out, we never have time to stop and like, oh, we did this, that's cool. It's always, okay, we met this goal, what's next? And so when I started making the list, I was like, geez, oh Pete, we do a lot. And in your list, I mean, the marching band alone this fall was one of 4 bands in Kentucky to be a semifinalist in the state of Kentucky, and to be a BOA regional finalist, and to be in the, and then they were ranked in the top 10 in 5A, which is ridiculously hard to do. And then I went back and I looked further in our concert percussion, which you heard not just a portion of tonight. Mr. Murata does an outstanding job with that group. And they won Tri-State last year, and they're going to go even further this year. And then you look at our winter guards that have gone from not having a winter guard, and you know, when I first got here, like scraping kids together to even have one. Now we have so many kids, we have to have 2. And they both do exceptionally well. Our varsity guard was a WGI semifinalist. Okay, our junior varsity guard was 3rd place for the first second they even went out. So just going down the list, it's astonishing. And then you get to the meat of the program, like why we do what we do, and they're sitting right here. We have 3 concert bands. We're only a school north of Lexington with 3 concert bands. And not only do we have 3 concert bands, we take all 3 to festival. And not only do they go to festival, we get a distinguished rated grade 6 ensemble at this high school. You are listening to the only distinguished rated grade 6 ensemble in the entire district. And it's that way because on every level that we have supportive leadership. We have support assistant principals, okay? Mr. Franzen, Ms. Young, Mr. Ritter. We have a supporting principal, Ms. Boots, who's out sick today. We have incredibly supportive central office. Everyone from Dr. Wilson and Mr. Deach mentioned and Mr. Miller to the support staff, Ms. Polgears, who made those cool signs for us that you saw when you're driving down 27 about the marching band. They're awesome, look at the signs. Okay, so we're supported in every corner of this district, and we can't do that without that support. In your program, it talks about how another facet of support that we are so desperate in need of is parent support, and how we're always running events. Always, there's always something to be done in the band boosters. And so if you have even an hour of free time coming up, go ahead and contact myself and Ms. Lowe, and we'll have some new officers coming at the first of the year, and they can point you in the right direction and say, here's how you can chip in, and here's what you can do to help make this happen. I mean, over 60% of our operating budget is from fundraising. We can't function without fundraising, without successful fundraisers. And as you know, as time goes on, it gets harder and harder to fundraise. The avenues that we used to go down to raise money to offset our programs are drying up, and we have to find new ones. And so if you have background in that, if you have input in that, come to a booster meeting, come talk to Ms. Lowe's and talk to the other officers and support us, because this is not possible without every one of you supporting us and supporting your children in every way. And there's exciting things on the horizon for this program, and it's exciting. I've said it for years, and it's a great time to be a Camel, and I mean it. And I'll never stop saying that, because it's never going to stop, and it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. Our next piece, that's mine. I'm off my soapbox now. Thank you for letting me teach at Campbell County High School. Now, the next piece is a 3 movement work. Normally, I would give a spiel about don't clap between movements. It's uncouth. But in this case, we are going to clap for two movements because our second movement of this piece is going to be conducted by one of our incredibly talented teachers, and that's Ms. Childers. And she was introduced in the 7th grade band, but she's done an outstanding job. So her last official day was today. She finished up with us about 8 weeks ago, but she came back to conduct this concert. So I'm going to conduct the first and third movements, and Ms. Childers is going to step out during the second movement. And feel free to applaud her heartily because she wholeheartedly deserves it. English folks on suite. That's a bear. That's a lot of playing. They did an excellent job. Our last piece, we talked about how great of an ensemble this is and how fun they are to teach and how well they play. I gave them this piece of music last week. So we got so wrapped up, and like I said, I was out for a long time. We got so wrapped up with all this beautiful musical literature that I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't do a holiday piece. Let's play Sleigh Ride. All right, here we go. So they sound great on it. They're doing an outstanding job. Oh wow, you got the hats. Yeah. Brad? On your way out, please buy some fudge and some Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Coke, Diet Coke. And don't forget to eat a city barbecue.
And sign up for the Winter Guard show.
And sign up for the Winter Guard show. Help out, volunteer. There's plenty of opportunities. When you walk out, there's a sign-up sheet for the Winter Guard show, which is on February 1st, which is about 3 weeks earlier than normal. So make sure that parents that have helped out before, it's the first Saturday in February, not the third. second night of our winter concert series, the second of 3 this year, and this has been by far the strangest concert day in my 10-year career. This was a weird one. But we got the word out that game was on tonight, and our attendance is really, really good. We do have a couple polls, so you'll see some older folks sitting in the ensemble to plug some polls, but they're not normally there. But tonight you'll hear a couple of us playing our parts. You're actually going to see a lot of people in front of the ensembles tonight. There's 4 of us that will be conducting. Myself, I'm Mr. Little, I'm the director of bands at the high school. Mr. D. Murata will be the director of percussion settings. He will be conducting one of our 2 percussion ensembles. And then we have 2 guest conductors with us tonight, one of which is going to be up first. So I'm going to introduce her now. And her name is Miss Maria Childers. Miss Childers student taught with us this semester, both at the high school and at the middle school. And she just graduated on Saturday, actually. So when she comes out here in a second, she's going to conduct March Jubilante with our concert band. And give her a big round of applause. Congratulations, you did an outstanding job and graduated with a bachelor's degree in music education. So without further ado, Miss Maria Childers. The group you see before you, like I said earlier, is the concert band. Campbell County High School, we are blessed with a very, very large band program that is split up across 5 different classes throughout the school day at the high school alone. And so this ensemble is open to anyone that wants to play. And what's nice about our program, which is last count is nearly 200 kids enrolled in high school, which is about 2.5 times the national average of enrollment, which is really good. But it allows students to commit as much as they want. Like we have a top ensemble that works. They do everything. They're invested 100% in the program. And then we have kids that are different shades away from that, And like tonight, we have some kids that on the stage that play, basketball, play soccer, play baseball, and they're in FFA, and they're in all these other things. And this group is really neat because these kids are involved in a lot of activities. And so, like tonight, we have a couple kids that are at a basketball game. We have a couple kids that are leaving as soon as we finish to go to an FFA event, and it's really, really neat to be able to allow students like that love music, love playing the horns, to be involved in these activities because they can pick and choose how involved they want to be. Not every high school band is able to do that. And some of you in the audience were in high school band, you remember, well, when I was in high school band, you had to do this, and this. And we're not really structured that way because we're so large, kids can pick and choose what they do, and all of our ensembles are always well represented. And so that's really exciting because it allows students to, it really benefits students. It's all student-centered. Everything we do is student-centered, and that's a theme throughout all of Campbell County School, which is a very, very awesome thing to have. So this group is going to play one more, and Mr. Murata is going to conduct this. This is our Director of Percussion Studies. Now, when we finish with this piece, the concert band is going to exit the stage. They're going to have a seat right over there for a little bit. Our percussion ensemble is going to play, then our symphonic band is going to play, and then concert band is going to come back on stage, and we're going to do one big behemoth Christmas medley with both bands combined. We'll see how that goes. So if you have a child that's old in this ensemble, make sure you stick around, and they'll come back up and they'll play one more piece at the end of the concert. So this is Mr. Murata and Reverberations. The fun continues. This is our 7th bell percussion ensemble. It's really been kind of interesting how the program's evolved over the last few years. When I first got here, there was one percussion ensemble and I was teaching it, and I'm a trumpet player. And yeah, we have music degrees and they relate, but percussion's kind of its own beast. So as the program grew, we were able to add a director. The middle school director at the time, myself, we got together and we were like, okay, it has to be a percussionist. We need someone to come in and take this over. And so he's been around for a couple of years now, and you've seen all these concerts, and the ensembles are just blowing up. It's split from one ensemble to two, and the winner of our winter percussion group, and he's champions at Tri-State Open class last year. He's just done outstanding things. The marching band percussionist has just exploded, and it's all because of him. And so he teaches 2 classes at high school every day, and they are the 6th and 7th bell percussion. So there's lots of really exciting things happening in Silverado. So I will let him introduce this lovely piece of music. So here it is.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna play a couple pieces for you. They're both pretty fun. The first one is called Concerto for Garage Band, and uses some guitar and some other things. So some of you guys parents, you may be familiar with the garage band sounds. It originally was written for like a Hammond B3 organ solo. There was one of those in there, but we didn't have that. What we do have is Leah Trutchell, and she plays the accordion a little bit. So she's going to solo. She's going to be featured a little bit with an accordion solo, so that's going to be fun. Okay, so this is Concerto for Garage Band. Okay, we're gonna do one more. This next one is it's called Bailando La Soca, And so one of the things that I try to do in percussion ensemble class is every year I try to find something that's cultural so that these students get to learn a little bit about music from other parts of the world. So this one I found, and this is based on famous dance style called the soca. And so you're going to hear a lot of just fun syncopated rhythms that are pretty typical of soca music. And this one also features a couple soloists. Casey Armstrong is going to solo on the congas. Okay. And Leah Trushell again studied some timbale playing, and she is going to play a solo on the timbales. And so, I guess, are we ready, guys? Are we good? We're good? Okay, so this is Bailando La Soca. Okay, thank you very much. All right, we're going to strike all this, put the chairs out, and we'll be with you in the symphonic band. Thank you.
All right, we're moving right along. Next up, we're going to be having a project is our symphonic band. This is the first of our audition ensembles. So we have 3 concert bands meet throughout the day. We have an open room concert band, and then we have an audition symphonic band and an audition wind ensemble. And it goes, the concert band plays grades 2 and 3 literature. This band plays anywhere between upper 3 to lower 5 literature, and then the upper group plays 5 and 6 literature. So it's an educational term, differentiated for all students, and we do that in every ensemble. And it allows kids to be challenged on their level, where they come in at, where they exit the year, and the next year they roll into the ensemble that best fits their ability, their needs, their interests, and things like that. So this is our symphonic band. I'm going to introduce our 4th conductor of the night. My wife and I were just blessed with our 2nd daughter, and so I taught 4 days in the month of November. So as a result of that, and so when I was out, it was really reassuring to know that we had an excellent music educator here teaching the ensembles every day. And he did an outstanding job. He comes back once a week and works with our woodwinds and really helps us prepare for every concert. So it's only fitting that he gets to conduct on these concerts. He conducted last Thursday and he's going to conduct tonight. Mr. Gibbs and I have been friends for a very, very long time, and I'm lucky to count amongst my friends. He does an outstanding job, and we're lucky to have him here. Working with our ensembles every week. So without further ado, this is His Excellency by Henry Fillmore, conducted by Mr. Jesse Gibbs. Yes, Mr. Gibbs did an outstanding job. And you can tell, I mean, he was instrumental, no pun intended, in preparing these ensembles, and he's done an outstanding job. The next piece you're going to hear, again, I'm not conducting. And I know it's a little odd. I am the director of bands, I assure you. But I want to be fair, and I did not prepare these ensembles. Mr. Gibbs had the most, he was here when it was the most important time in the concert preparation. So I want to give as much focus time to those people as possible because they did an outstanding job. Ms. Childers too. Ms. Childers is going to conduct this piece now. This was her piece. Our student teachers, when they come, they pick a piece, they rehearse that piece and prepare it. And this was her piece with this ensemble. And so what you hear is really Maria Childers. This is what she did, and she did an outstanding job. And I mean that because it sounds phenomenal. And all the interpretation and all of the pedagogy and the teaching is all straight from her. And so the awesome sounds you hear are because of this Maria Childers. Before we play this, we're going to play this one and then one more, and then we'll bring the concert back out. When you exit tonight, in the auditorium lobby, you're going to see a table with fudge and Buckeyes. And those are being sold by our band boost organization to benefit the band. And in your program, it says, we need your help. And we say this every concert, but we operate almost solely on booster money, whether it's fee-generated or fundraising money. And fundraising accounts for 60% of our booster budget. And our annual booster budget is the reason our ensemble is what it is. And the reason we're able to run a successful marching band and multiple concert ensembles and multiple winter groups and things like that. And without the boosters being successful and working hard and raising funds, we wouldn't be able to operate. And so we really need your help to help these events work. And so coming up, we have a winter guard show in February. We have a booster meeting the first Monday of every month that discusses a lot of small fundraisers such as the fudge sale, the candy sale, things like that. And then we talk about big fundraisers like the winter guard show and the marching band contest, things that our organization cannot function without. And they're all run by parent volunteers. And so you are desperately needed to make this band program a success. And so first Monday of the month, you have nothing going on. It's only the holiday season, you're busy, right? Stop out here at the high school at 7 o'clock and talk to us about ways you can volunteer. We don't expect every parent to come every week, every month or anything like that. We can stop out every once in a while just to kind of touch base and meet new people and see what's going on. That would be excellent because without you, none of this would be possible. And so we want to move on now on a hymn song of Philip Bliss. Some of you probably recognize the melody that was based on. It's based on a hymn, It Was Well With My Soul, which is a gorgeous hymn with a heartbreaking backstory to it. But it's really basic music, and they played it very, very well, and Shirts did an outstanding job. And then the last piece this ensemble is going to play before we bring concert band back out is called At Dawn They Slept. If you've gone to my concerts last few years, we don't play a ton of holiday music. I'll program a piece for each ensemble because there's so much great literature written for ensembles that it's hard to devote entire concerts for holiday notes and things like that. We want to expose our students to as much really high quality band music as possible. And so this piece, even though it's not holiday music, it is related to important events in December. And this is, Dawn They Slept was written for in reaction to the attacks on Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 1941. And so throughout this piece, it's programmatic in the sense that it'll start out calm and pretty, like waking up in Pearl Harbor, the unsuspecting morning, and then you'll hear a bugle call, and then it gets a little crazy during the attack, and at the end, it's big and loud and happy, and kind of like the resolve that came out of that attack and things. And so it's a great piece of music. As soon as they finish, we'll bring the ensemble up and we'll play some pop music. So this is At Dawn They Slept. place. I say this every concert, so if you're a senior in this band, you're probably tired of hearing this, but piano band is a very special place to teach. In order to have a successful band program, and we have a successful band program in every piece of work, and I said this on Thursday at our first concert, I started to list what this program has done. Our staff, sometimes we get wrapped up in what comes next, what comes next, what comes next. And we never take the time to stop and really appreciate what we've done and what we've accomplished. And so, December, the year's wrapping up, I look back over just the last year, and I put it in your program. It's incredible the amount of things that these kids have accomplished in 1 year. Yeah, we have a big band program. You hear that a lot, and it's been a thing the last couple of years how much it's been growing. We have Santa. Kiddos, it's not the real Santa. That's just real close. Well, you look good, buddy. Alright, so, anyways, ensemble, as we were talking about before we got distracted, they've done an outstanding job this year in every group we have. The marching band, winter percussion, winter guards, varsity, junior varsity, all three bands, and both myself have all done outstanding things. And so we listed them, and we're actually going to put that up on a banner each year outside the band room. So when you come back after Christmas break, hopefully, you'll see a banner when you walk into the band room that lists every ensemble in the last few years and what they've accomplished. Because it really is impressive, and it all has to do with, supportive families, allowing crazy sixth graders to make terrible sounds in their basements, and garages, and backyards. Notice I didn't mention living room, kitchen, bedrooms. Nobody wants to hear that. But it takes supportive parents. It takes really intelligent, energetic kids, and it takes a super supportive educational environment. And we have that in Campbell County. We have extremely supportive administrators at the high school. We have extremely supportive Board of Education and administrators at the central office level, and we're blessed with that. And that's a rarity in this day and age. Music and the arts are constantly being trimmed and cut, and diminished in the public school system. In Campbell County, that's not the case. In the last 3 years, we've added band directors when almost every other program has cut band directors. Our band is growing. 95% of the bands in Kentucky are shrinking. And so it's because of the supportive environment, this entire community, the tradition of excellence, the supportive administration. So I do want to take a moment to give thanks and applaud everyone that has anything to do with our band. That's the administration. Christmas sing-along, so feel free to sing along if you so wish. And so thank you very much for coming. We have a